see if this is working, because it doesn't like to tell me. Lovely. So, hello and welcome to anyone who's there. I'm doing this a bit of a random stream tonight. So, as I say, a bit of a random one. I am currently doing some of my targets as we've got a very clear night. Update to the exploding star. So far, it is still not exploded. I've currently got a sequence running, which you can't see because I'm on the wrong stupid screen. Where am I? This one, please. There we go. So, 136 of 60 at the moment. Guiding's doing very well. It was a bit lower earlier, but so far, total error of 12, so I'm not really moaning at that. Otherwise, yes. So, I've got a list of targets I want to take for Galaxy season. Some have become quite difficult. Some I'm not so we'll go with. But it's just so difficult with atmospheric wobble constantly. If I go outside right now, the stars are proper twinkling, and you can make out quite a few colours. Oh yeah, or clouds. Just like the other day, I was trying to. Well, I can't remember what else. I can't remember what target was, but I took a calibration frame. I hands down the most perfect picture I think I've ever seen, and it was a plane that went right by it. I was like, what's going on? Anyway, so let's say I've got a bunch of targets set for tonight. After this sequence is finished, because the clocks have now gone forward in the UK, my times are off, we'll say, because that exploded star I should have been able to see at 10. But because the clocks went forward, I can't see now until 11. So, that's a thing. So, if I go to my sequences, ignore these two. This is just my little list from the last week. This PC I just don't turn off. I leave it on all the time. The only time it gets turned off is if I need to do any maintenance to the mount, so forth, which I will be soon, because finally, I've managed to order the tripod pier extension. Finally. I found a company in the UK will actually have it. Otherwise, there's none until May. I am planning on going to a star party, hopefully at the end of April. As my birthday is the end of April, and for a gift for myself, I want to go to there. But without that pier extension, I can't. So, I need the pier extension. Oh, so the reason why is I have the EQ6 tripod, and I need the extension because it's also a converter to the wave mount head. Yeah, that's how they did it. So I've got, as I was saying, so I'm ignoring these two here. That is the star. I've already been doing some twatting around today, or this not long ago. I can't remember what target that is. Let me bring Stellarium up and quickly figure that out. 4627. Oh, Whale Nebula, that was it. So I was doing some photos earlier on the Whale Nebula and whatever the other one is underneath it. Crowbar. Oh, there's two in there. That's interesting. The crowbar and fishhook. There's two in one. Interesting. So I managed to get them both in the frame of view. So I grabbed a quick 30-60 second subs on that. Currently I'm running on M50 One, as you can see, this PC really don't like me. It's a combination between it's running through the Wi-Fi. I'm in the house, that's outside. I've got two separate internet connections. So it's just like there's a couple of second delay, but sometimes it's just long. Plus, the computer's slow. It's one of the cheapest mini computers you can buy. I think they're like £60. They're not bad. You can't do much on it. If, for instance, you bring up Stellarium on this mini PC, it's shocking how slow it runs. I mean, really shocking. And if you were to put this into full screen, the whole computer crashes for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I had to disable a bunch of settings just to get it to run with the planetarium select system. Otherwise, yeah. As you can see, so there we go. There's shame I can't turn the thingy down, but yeah. So there's M51. I'm doing 60-second exposures. Right here, 60-second exposures, one after another. I'm not doing because I can't be bothered. My standard camera settings. Currently at minus 4.9 degrees Celsius. Cooling is on. That doesn't tell me what I thought it would. 1 second. I need to find. Yeah. So, oh yeah. So let me go to camera. So I'm currently at 24% power, and obviously, as you're all aware, I use purely SVbony products with minus the telescope currently, because that's a Skywatcher, and obviously the mount head as well as Skywatcher. I still have the 240 SVbony SV240. Oh, that's a good. Let me quickly check because I can't remember. Brain just don't want to work sometimes. Right. Oh, I was on this one time. So let me go to SVbony's website quickly and find out what filter I'm using because I can't remember. Filters. Thank you. Oh yeah, the SVbony SV240 multi-band galaxy and nebula near infrared light pollution filter. That's a mouthful. So I've still got that on. I'm enjoying the filter so far. I did a quick test with it on Orion, because Orion is still basically flicking around. I need to bring this back up last one. So if I go to, oh, well, it's not going to show me now, is it? Because I took too many. I got a beautiful, oh, I think I took a screenshot. I got a beautiful photo of Orion. I was ridiculously impressed. Oh, I didn't save it. Oh, I'm a bit stupid sometimes. I took a screenshot and didn't save it. And I've took other ones since. Oh well. And I don't have any program on this which I can bring up photos. And there we go. There's an aeroplane. Or shoot. No, I think that's a star actually, not a meteor. Because an aeroplane would be bright. So again, back to settings. I'm sidetracking myself. So yeah, at -5, 60-second subs. Guiding currently is at 0.14, so it's gone back up again. Yeah. So as I say, I'm doing this until I reach 60. Then I'm going to check out that star and see what's happening. Because I can't find any information saying that it's exploded. They're now giving a date in November. I can't remember the date in November they were saying. But otherwise, that's a bit of a random stream. I was planning, sorry, not planning, I have been looking at all sky cams, or even like a secondary security camera, because I do have them around the house and in the back garden, but I can't get the program to work on my PC for some reason. It works on my phone, but it won't work on my PC. Plus I don't really want to have that camera running on my PC all the time, because it's multiple cameras. I just want a dedicated one. So I have been looking at all sky cams, so I might be purchasing, probably around May, another SVbony camera, nothing special, a cheap one. I'm probably thinking, let me find the website again, shut it down, bring it up, shut it down, astronomy cameras. What they do have a Wi-Fi camera actually. Oh, that could work. Wi-Fi camera for capturing photos and video sport. So SVbony have this. So what we got? $70, or we go to UK. So £55. I might have to look into this, because if I can turn this into a all-weather cam, oh, it's got a memory card as well. Because it's wireless, that's actually not that bad. Otherwise, I was just thinking of something small, like one of their planetary ones, like cheapest one going, because you don't need nothing special. So you got the 105, which is this one. I just need a lens for it. I need a fisheye lens. But surely I should be able to find one now, just screwing. Because the good thing about all these cameras are they are just 1.25 inch, aren't they? So I'm sure I've got a spare fisheye lens somewhere from an old camera I was looking at. But I purchased near enough all my stuff directly from them. So this is from Hong Kong. It take around 2 weeks to turn up. Around 2 weeks. What we got here? Oh, focus are doing. I've got one of them as well. Yeah. They take about 2 weeks to turn up. It's not too bad delivery wise. I am hopefully. Oh, we got a new one. Let's have a look at this. Planetary. I do want. Oh, USB 3. I do want a planetary camera. I do need to get the planets. In the past, I've used my guide scope. It's not the best thing to use, but it's okay. I do want a dedicated one. I do still have my old mount, my EQ3 Pro, which does take the Skywatcher 200p, weight rise, guiding's impossible, but it does track really nice. Currently my friend's got that because I was trying to get him into it, but he's the slowest person you'll ever come across in your life. So I won't mind that, and I can set my other scope. I do plan on buying a new scope, but I haven't decided what yet. And don't get me wrong, I do not have the spare cash. This is plans for the near future. As I say, my birthday is very soon, and there's a few things I plan on doing and hopefully picking up. So April's out of the question for anything astronomy wise. I even have another hobby I do on once a month on Sundays, which I won't get into, but even that one's quite an expensive hobby. I'm not getting anything to do with that. I will contact SVbony actually, because they did mention a while ago that they were going to send me the 555. Um, so they've upgraded, well, not upgraded, they've upgraded slash updated and repaired the existing model. So this is the brand new version. I don't know if anyone's aware, it's lighter, it's got a different coating on, and they fixed some issues with back focus, which a lot of people were having. So hopefully I might be able to get them to send me one of them and I can try that out. If I do get one, I will be not using it at my house. I'll be going to a dark sky site. I've found one within the East Midlands of England where I live, which is around a 2-hour drive, and it's a Bortle 4 sky. I'm currently in a Bortle 7/8, depends on the day. So it's a lot darker there, and it's completely flat as well. Elevation's pretty low, so that's not too bad as well. Also, I should be quite used, because my elevation here is only 73 meters from sea level. So yeah, I might contact them, see if they'll send me one of the new ones to try out. I've actually emailed them about returning what I've got, because I've not heard anything. They contacted me about the filter. I was like, brilliant, I don't mind, that's fantastic. So they sent me the filter, and then randomly out of the blue, around 2 weeks or so after the filter turned up, the guide scope came, which I wasn't expecting. Because originally I was meant to be doing the guide scope review, but then it was out of stock, and then so that got cancelled, and then basically they sent me the filter. And then they mentioned the 555, and then they also then mentioned it's actually out of stock and they've got some adjustments to make. But I finished with the filter. I personally don't need it. The reviews come, it's done. I was impressed with it. It's a very good filter. Not filter. Oh, gosh, I'm going mad now. Finder scope slash guide scope. So this one. It's impressive. I don't know what coating they've used, but it's a lot better. I don't know if I'd use it on planetary personally. I don't think it's got the power. But again, I was still encountering some of the same problems. So certain patches of sky just don't work for me. They really just don't work. It's normally around about 1 to 2 in the morning, and if I'm pointing to the east, it's like there's a very limited amount of stars, and with the focal length on the bigger scopes, the 50s, they just struggle to find stars, or the stars just magically vanish. So currently I'm not using that scope. It's currently away, it's back in its box. I said I'm waiting for a reply to them to say where am I sending it back to. With the reviews, basically just here it is, that's it. They don't give me any money, they don't tell me to do anything, they just say here's a thing, do a review. So I'm back using the 30, as I say, because the focal length's shorter, it gives me more options in stars. But yeah, I won't mind trying to get hold of one of these, but we'll see. The filter, on the other hand, I like the filter. I won't mind it if they let me keep that, but I've not heard anything. But currently this is still running. Yeah. Oh, so explanation. So the reason I changed, shut that down, not shut it down, make it smaller. You can go away. There we go. So the reason I switched to green swamp server, because EQ mod, I was having issues with the mount. It wasn't always, it was very random, and it was normally around the meridian. For some reason the meridian would just It just didn't want to know. Even though you set your limits, it just didn't want to know. And with the mount having sensors built into it, it would do stupid stuff. I've had it completely twist upside down and ram itself into the pier. I've got a nice dent in my telescope from it. And then I started encountering a weird error. And I can't remember what the error said now, it's been a while. But every time I turned it on, it wouldn't connect, there was an error. And then when it would connect, there was an error. And it was error. And I couldn't get it to do anything. So I just decided, right, well, try Green Swamp, try this, because it's developed for Skywatcher mounts. I had to do nothing. I literally installed it, turned it on, it worked. I was like, okay, well. Plus, you can see the position of where the scope is pointed, which I quite like. What is this doing? Oh, so delay. Click, nothing happens. But yeah, so as I said, this is just a bit of a random one. Nearly done. So once this is finished, I'm going to slew to that star, which I think, if I'm correct, is not that one. Let's get the planetarium up. Zoom in, please. Oh, you're so slow. Oh, where's it doing? Come on, come on, keep going. There we go. Say, I think that's the star we need. Right. Click. There we go. Perfect. I've got no coordinates on that. Like I said, the internet I've got running outside it's not the quickest. It's mainly what the children connect to, so they don't hog up the main connection. I'm also I have separate wireless hotspots because the kids are just, well, everything they use is just wireless. And when you've got as many children as I am trying to mess about with the internet, it's like impossible. There we go. So, give me 1 second. I need to go toilet. What am I looking for? Half the time I can't find things. I've got the biggest PC screen you could ever think of. I still can't find things on the screen. And there's 3 of them. Right. Oh, here we go. Right, where was I? Oh, and we're done. So, oh, don't, it's shifting into it. Ah, right, turn it off. That's it, 'cause it's not slewing to target. Right, slow Hopefully it should find it. Set this to just a 3-second exposure. Can't change any of these until the camera's finished. And there it is. Right. Nope, wrong thing. Let's determine angle, please. I need to look at a new focusing tube for the 200. I have seen one. Go to there. I have seen one. I think there was £100. I think about £130. Because the default one that comes on the Skywatcher telescopes is shockingly crap, and mine is borderline completely worn out. Focusing is really hard. It's an old tube. I got it second hand, and even then I think it was like nearly 10 years old. So yeah, I need to get a new focuser, because if I was to go out now and use my electronic focuser, which is a cheap one you can just use with remote, it doesn't work. The motor will move, but the focuser will not shift. And then if you do it manually and just try and turn it, it again just won't. It will spin, but the focuser won't go in and out. You have to use your other hand at the same time, which is kind of irritating. But I've seen one. I say £130, rack and pinion. Dual speed, which will make focusing a little bit easier, I suppose, but it'll make it more stable. I think that's the worst part, because the Skywatcher focuser is just not very good. Oh, I've seen the Gemini focusers, don't get me wrong. I just don't need them. At this moment in my Astro life, we'll say, I just don't need them. I'll just put a filter on and I just leave it to go. I don't even need to acclimate because my equipment lives outside anyway. So once I focus for the night, I'm done. Yeah, granted, I won't mind getting a mono camera. Right, this is going to throw me off now. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a mono camera and doing some and getting some filters. At that point, yes, I'll definitely get a focuser, because I'm not doing that. It's like the other night when I did this live stream, I left it running. I went to bed and I woke up, I think it was about 4-ish, and the telescope had, I think it was still running if I'm correct. Then I shut it off. But normally I'll just leave it running and then it's set to park and it just shuts itself down and it's just done. I just have to remember to wake up early enough to put the dust cover back on. This is throwing me up. Ah, so it's this star here. So that's the star in question. I'm running 10 seconds. Currently with Nina, I'm trying to figure out how to make it communicate with an Arduino board. That's what I'm trying to figure out currently. I'm in the process of designing and making a flat panel, an automatic flat panel. I've got base print down. I've got the light source, that's all, and that fits really nice in the print I've made already. I've got the Arduino, I've got the servers because I've got remote control airplanes, so I've got spare servers I can use, servos. I just need to figure out how to get it to communicate with each other. And then, yeah. And then, if I'm correct, let me get this measurement. This will be, I've designed it around my 70 ED, the Skywatcher one, SVbony. But I think it should be good for a 120mm scope as well. Yeah, 120mm. If it works how I want it to, I think I might make a couple and stick them on eBay. But it's just figuring out the coding, which is completely new to me. It was bad enough trying to figure out how to use a CAD program. That one threw me off. Granted, it's very easy now. Which I could actually probably show you quickly. Let me log in. Let's bring it up. Here we go. So if I bring this over, right. So this is the bracket I was designed to hold a servo in here, and I've just made this extension to the measurements of the Arduino board, which would connect there. So this is the clamp which would connect around your tube, and then is it this one? No, not that one. No, yeah, it was this one. So that was the first prototype of lid, we'll say. This is the second one, which is a perfect size for the light I've got, which fits in perfect, but I need to redesign the hinges in a different way, so these will be coming off basically and get rid of these. But this program looks so complicated to use, don't get me wrong, and even when you're trying to figure it out, it's like, what is going off? But once you actually do figure it out, which took about an hour, it was actually really easy. But I can't see the star changing. And latest news, there is 5 hours ago, oh, here we go, 5 hours ago, it's official, the surge stellar explosion. Huh? Oh, I'm reading that wrong. I'm looking at two lines at the same time. It's official, the strange stellar explosion has been recorded by scientists. What is happening in the universe? That was 5 hours ago by God knows who. Otherwise, all the information is from a week, a month, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Yeah, it's just really nothing. Well, it's got weather channel. What's this saying? Blah blah blah. And that's it. That's the shortest thing I've ever seen in my life. ABC News. Information regarding it. Blah blah blah. Where it is. That's not even the right constellation. What? Oh, that's just confusing. Nope. What's this one saying? No, all the same crap still. The Daily Mirror, yeah, you can get lost. Daily Express. The Daily Galaxy. What is this one saying? It's our website. It's a website, dailygalaxy.com. No, this is what I'm looking at currently. Searching the internets for whatever. Yes, so guiding has stopped, sorry. Because I'm just doing 10-second exposures on a manual target, so I'm not guiding. This mount actually is that good. Let me show you. Let me go to. Let's do a 60-second on loop. So no guiding. So I'll clear this. Yeah, there we go. That's been cleared. And yeah. So this is what the website I'm looking at. It's just blah blah blah. They all say the same thing, that you'll be able to see it with the naked eye. So I know for a fact it's not gone off yet. So I've said about the mount being good. You watch, it's going to prove me wrong there, isn't it? It's going to... That's just off a bit. I thought it would be good. Most of the time I can get away with around just under 60 seconds, sometimes 60. It actually depends on where I'm looking. Actually, if I'm going straight up to the zenith, it seems to be really good guiding. Sorry, without guiding. But yeah, it's a weird one. Granted, my longest exposure, I think my norm, when I'm doing nebulas, my exposure is normally around about 5 minutes, sometimes under, not really over 5 minutes. I did try a 10-minute exposure on something when I first got them out, and it was perfect, but blown out like there's no tomorrow. That's interesting. I've got a question for you now, actually. Have you updated yours? The firmware update? I ended up, I had an issue with something. Oh, it was the return home setting. Not return home, auto home. I had an issue with that, and basically they were told me to do a firmware update, so I ended up doing the first one, but I've not touched it since. Okay. Oh, I love it when this happens. So this picture is a problem with the mini PC, because when I've looked at my actual exposures in the file, once again, I've never seen a photo like this. This is literally the problem with the mini PC communicating through what's the program called? Chrome desktop. I can't remember what it's called. See, I don't. It's like I've got iPhone. Well, I've got two phones. I've got a Samsung phone, which I don't even use. I was given that, but I run an iPhone and I never update it. I wait at least 2 months because I want to know what's going off. Because I've had the problems where I've updated things when it's been released and it's completely killed them. Yeah, I don't want to know. Go back to the 10s. Yeah, I just don't want to know. Sometimes it's just killed them. So I put off updates as long as I can. If I having no issues, I'll leave it. Oh, okay. Sometimes betas are alright, sometimes, but they can have problems in other places. But like I said, if something's for me, if it's working and doing what I want, I'll leave it. I just don't bother. It's like my old EQ3. I ended up doing a firmware update on that, and I encountered problems. I just wanted to update the database because I don't think it had ever been done according to what I found. Right, let's go to 101 and start guiding. Maybe for 70. So let's leave this to do that. See how it goes. Oh no, I understand the security updates, don't get me wrong. It's like, I like saying, iPhone, I'm very curious at the moment, well, wary, because I know there's an update coming soon, supposedly, which is going to allow governments to access phones, and I'm not allowing that one, basically. I don't use Apple or anything. I've got an Apple iPhone. It's a 14 Pro Max. I got it second-hand, used, fantastic phone. Had it like 2.5 years. It's in mint condition. It works. That's it. Otherwise, from my normal Windows PC, I've got like Windows an MSI Windows laptop downstairs. Got the cheapest tablet going, which I picked up the other day because I just needed to contact the mount without having to switch the PC on. And I tried using my phone, but the screen's too small. Yeah, I'm not an Apple fanboy, I just like the phone. That's basically it. It doesn't connect to my car because my car is old, really old. I have a radio from 2001 in it, and it works. It's got Bluetooth on it. No, 2005. It's got Bluetooth, and it works. It's a really good radio. My car is 19 years old, but it does the job. Well, I'll say car, it's actually a camper van / minibus. No, I have not seen that, no. What exactly is it? Did I turn Guardian on? Yes, I did. I'll have to have a look. Might drag my memory. Okay, now that does sound familiar. Okay, that I'll have to definitely look into. I've got a few plugins and half of them I don't use personally. It's at the 3-point star alignment. I use it once a month, if that. Yeah, there was one I was looking at before. I think I've still got it. Oh, I don't think it's on this one. Oh, Ground Station. Ground Station sounds amazing, but it needs a lot of extra plugins. Is that what I'm looking for again? Is this in alphabetical order? Yes, it is. Oh, stop. Ah, there it is. Android base. Okay. Let me just take a photo of that. I don't want to mess about with anything at the moment, but that sounds interesting. I say that's why I got a tablet. There's a shop just down the road from me actually, Curry's, and they do obviously electricals, and they had a tablet in there for £89, I was like, that'll do. I'm just streaming. Don't need nothing fancy or spectacular. Alright, so 90 seconds seems a bit high for this. I might have to stop this and change that, drop that down. Let's drop that to 60. See what it does. So the second one should be 60 seconds instead of 130 because the histogram is a bit further than I like. Well, I'm still pretty new to the remote control aspect. Because I really didn't mind sitting out in the garden because I've got the weird little deck thing and I've got some garden furniture there now, so it's quite comfortable. Especially this time of year, it wouldn't be quite nice. But my daughter, oldest daughter, she's the loudest person going, so I can't be bothered with listening to her. Then I have a 2-year-old nearly 3-year-old, who's extremely needy at the moment. And then after when the winter came, I used to sit in the shed. Basically, I've got a room in my shed. I used to sit in there with a activated USB cable. It's a 20-foot. Use a powered USB hub from the mount straight to a computer in there, and it was brilliant. Or the laptop. Then I built the summer house, and then that was just perfect. Let's say my oldest daughter has nicked that one now. So now I'm just literally stuck in my bedroom with a giant PC. Oh, thank you. That's better histogram. So we're on 60 seconds. It's there. I can just make it out. So I'm just going to let this run now for quite a few hours. I'm not focusing on the start tonight because it's actually a really clear night. Well, no, not to a certain extent. So looks like the clouds have changed. It's gone from 7% to 23%. But then once 12 o'clock comes, this is UK time, it'll be 17, 1 o'clock, 3%, all the way until 4 in the morning. And by that time it was shut down anyway. So this is my list of galaxies for the next week. Oh, come on. Galaxies for the next week. Not that one. 94, I think I still need a few on that. But mainly these three. This is what I'm aiming for. I just need to remember the time of day. I've got a list of the galaxies I'm after. I think it's on desktop. Oh, did I do that? I forgot about this. Oh, I'll figure them out. Where is my list? This throws me off. So this PC is Windows 11. My main PC is Windows 10. So trying to figure out 11 is do my head in. So this is my list of what I want to do. Well, it's not been updated for a while. But what I wanted to do and what I'd done so far. which is completely different to what I've got on the PC here. So I'm going to now update that. There we go. Save, thank you. Some targets I've had to delete, some targets not. Little notes in there to do with what video I'm going to do next, possibly. I've got a lot of data. Got nothing really in this because it's all been transferred off. Because this mini PC, I don't even know how much data storage it's got. It's pathetic. 117 gig, but I've got a 200 odd gig flash drive in here. So everything automatically just goes straight to that. I can take that out, stick it in the main computer, which has got a couple of terabytes of space. Will do. Yeah, cheers for that. I don't miss school, I'll tell you that. Really don't. So I'm gonna go get a drink. I should be back soonish. Right, I'm back. Oh, this is why I'm glad I work evenings. I have to wake up early. Unless the youngest gets up, otherwise she'll sleep until 9. So, what target did I do before that? Because I can't remember now. Oh, 51. There we go. Thank you. 51. What did I get? Oh, about 60 of them. Thank you. Ah, right, yeah. So that's in 51, another file for 101. Alright, and then all these can go into that when it's done. Right, so I want it to park mount one camera. That's going to run that until I'm missing something. What's going off? Oh, I changed the time, didn't I? We could probably pump out a load more actually. It's got an hour on it. The image is looking like. Redo 51 again, get a load more. Ooh, pardon me. Might do actually. See what I can get with 51, see if I can get a load more. Wait a minute, let's get off here. I was too early, no, last part. 51, search please. This is wrong completely. It's actually only 2%. Update this a minute. Yeah, 17%, 12, 3. 51 to sequence of players. What was I doing on this one? 60 seconds. 60 seconds, slow guide. Go for 50. That should bring us to half 2. that's fine. That brings us across to then it will shut down because I don't want it to go to meridian. Plus sunrise here in the UK starts at 3:30, so that's fine with me, I don't really care. So currently total error is 17, so yeah, still under 20, so I don't mind. Holding steady at 23%. Fluctuation by 0.1 degree, not too bad. So I'm going to leave this run. Thank you for everyone who's watched. Good chatting with you. Might do some more spontaneous live streams. I do need to hook my camera up for a webcam. I use my old Canon camera actually for a webcam. It's actually not bad. I am planning on some videos with some cheap scopes, as cheap as you can get. So the one I've got is a, oh god, it's a Celestron Explorer 117, my very first proper scope, we'll say. In the UK to buy from multiple shops, they're about £120 with a tripod. It's nothing special with the tripod, but you can get the EQ tripod mount manual one with that scope, I think for £150, but you can pick them up second hand for as little as £50. So I'm planning on a video for the cheap setup, well, cheapish setup. It'll be that scope with my Canon digital camera, and that's basically it. And I'm going to probably use my mount head I've got. I might also look at my other mount. We'll see. I might try a manual one as well. Something easy in the evening, not too late. So Orion is still up, amazingly enough, until around about, I think it's about 7-8 o'clock. Orion's still around, so it's a good target for any beginner. So we're gonna have a play with that, and it's gonna be basic, no guiding, just the camera. I might still use Nina, but I might pull off, boot up, and dust off APT. I've not used that for a while. Yeah, and we'll go from there. I would like to use my cooled camera, but I don't know where the converter is to make it from a 2-inch to a 1.25, so I'm not attempting. Yeah, we'll see. What can a cheap scope see? I think it's a 700, might be 1,000, not sure. We have a good comparison though between this 1,000, which is like 1 foot big, compared to the big 200p. One's a 10-inch and the other one's a 6-inch. Or is it a 4? I think it's a 4. I don't know, but I need to do some repairs on it because I dropped it down some stairs, so it's got a few dents, and it was definitely out of collimation, so I need to recollimise it. Could do a video on collimation, but we shall see. Anyway, yes, thank you very much for everyone who's tuned in. Lovely chatting with you, and hopefully I'll do another live stream soonish. But yes, lovely. Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.